You know, I've been thinking. After hundreds of hours of playing this game and achieving my goals,
Hey, let's go.
I'm still alone. I mean, sure, I've got all these lovely pets, my group and my clanmates.
Oh, do the dance.
Let's
Do the
fucking
dance.
go.
Nu är det roliga över.
Nu bara sluta spela.
Då var det klart.
And they are all very, very near and dear to me, but I have yet to meet that special someone. I think I'm finally ready to settle down for good. Today we're looking at potential partners within the Mahogany Homes minigame. Let's see if we can find me the love of my life. Okay, so starting off we have Jeff. Seems to be a bachelor, so that's, I think, a plus. He does have a twin bed, appears to be living alone, I would say. He lives extremely close to the city center, and that's a bonus, I think. Finding houses this close to the city square of Varrock, that's not easy. This must be like a generational house, you know. His floor is rather dirty, I would say. It's probably because his house is under construction, but his kitchen is very strange, I will say. There are no surfaces where you can prepare food. Let's judge his appearance here. So obviously, if I'm gonna marry someone, I want them to be pretty, you know? I want them to care about, you know, their hygiene, their health. But appearance-wise, Jeff here does not have a lot going for him. I like his beard, but his clothing style, it leaves a little bit to be desired. I think I will be placing him in the C tier. Also examining him, it just says one of Gillenor's many citizens, and I feel like that pretty much sums up my feelings about him. He's just one of the many citizens of this place, you know. Okay, we are off to a rough start, but next up we have Leela. Lives in the center of Hosidius, right next to this food market. Is she single? She also has a double bed, but I don't see any evidence of more than one person living here. It's a very small house, but very cozy. Let's see, she has her hair tied up, brown pants, brown socks, like an olive colored t-shirt. Pretty standard outfit again. She does have a lot of mess. Just random crates everywhere. Damn, you live like this? Upstairs is a bit of a mess. She kind of, I think, puts all of her junk up here. I think if you just cleaned up this second floor, again, her kitchen is a bit strange, but at least she does have a kitchen surface to work on. Now, I'm probably pretty biased, but I think I will be placing her in the middle tier, in B tier, because I quite like her house. I like Hosidius more than I like Varrock. This is more of a cozy place to live, you know, and she's just a little bit cuter than Jeff. Alright, coming up next we have Larry. He lives in the Eastern Falador. He lives in this little community. However, there tends to be a lot of people running across his roof, so I think that's a bit of a minus. What does he have? He has a magic hat and a steel medium helm, it seems. So he is a bit of a warrior. Let's see what he's wearing. He looks fairly well put together. I do not like his pants. I don't think they match his fit that much. See what he has going for him upstairs. Oh man, he's got a longbow, swords, shields, another longbow. That might bump him up actually, because I wasn't feeling him that much. Unless it's just pretentious weapons, you know. He does not look like the type of dude to fight, so maybe all of these are just for show. You know, like a weeb hanging up katanas and stuff in their house. That's the sort of vibe I'm getting from him. So he is giving me the vibes that he is overcompensating a little bit with 2 longbows, 2 swords and shields. That's kind of giving me the ick. I will have to place Larry here in F tier, sadly, man. I don't know. Alright, next up we have Mariah. Instantly, I like her fit. She definitely has style. Okay, let's see her house. She has a backyard, very nice to have, even though it just leads straight into someone else's house. Still nice to have a little bit of grass. She has a dining table with 6 seats. Oh wow, is she the first one that has a single bed? Oh, and she also has a balcony. This is a nice house as well. And she's just stunning, man. What can I say? After some deliberation, I think I will be putting Mariah in the A tier. Alright, so the next bachelor is Norman, who also lives in Eastern Falador and lives here on the 2nd floor. Once again, the agility course goes right outside of his house, which is not optimal. Let's talk to Norman. He's rocking that It's Will mustache. He also seems to be very paranoid about this thing. The thing that he saw outside of his house. He hasn't left his house for days apparently, so he is a bit of a coward, and that will drastically reduce his points, I believe. That is just not very attractive. Why does he have his arm up like that? I think we're gonna have to look at this objectively here and make Norman the 2nd F tier, mainly because of his cowardice and his just terrible house. Alright, let's check out Jess' house in Ardoyne, right over this pet shop. Alright, there she is. Jess. How's it going? That's a nice attitude, and she appears to be pregnant as well. So, I think we're not oh god, her man is right there. I think we might have to be respectful and move on to the next one. Mahogany Homes, more like Mahog in the hose, because these clients are so sexy. We are once again in East Ardoyne, next to the market, and this is Noella, who has 2 guards inside of her house. It must be very expensive to have your house this close to the city square, so I bet she's filthy, stinking rich. So I guess she has some sort of tailoring business. She has 2 different parts of the house here. Wait, I guess this isn't where she sleeps? There are no beds here, unless she has a bed she can pull out. This is peculiar, I will say. But she does have a dresser. And a what is this? She has a frying pan and a cleaver in here. And this is really really out of place painting. This does not, I mean, it's a cool piece of art. So I guess she lives up here? I don't know. This is so confusing. What a weird house. I like her look, good fashion, nice use of colors in her clothing. This is a tough one. On one hand, she's rich. She's filthy, stinking rich. She got good assets, you know? She is stunning. But her house is super weird. She does not have a bed. She just lets these guards just chill in her house. Yeah, and once again, an agility course on top of her house. We are going to judge their living situation as well, because, you know, a well-furnished house is sexy actually, so... And this is a weird fucking house layout. Like, what even is this? I will have to put Noella in C tier, I think, because the negatives outweigh the positives here. Next up is Bob, who lives in northeast Varrock. It is an interesting location for a house, I will say. It's right next to this palace, right next to the castle wall. But it is concerningly close to the wilderness. If this place gets invaded by the Titans, you know, he will be the first one to be eaten, I think. But let's go in and check this out. This is a really nice room. It could use some more chairs, I guess. Lovely little flowers there. Other than his beret, his clothes are kind of plain. So I think the beret is a +1. The clothing being kind of plain will remove 1 point, you know? So it will equal itself out. That's a bed I would sleep in. It is really small. Why is it so small? Let's do a sit-up here. A push-up. My feet would stick out of this bed for sure. Wait, what is this? Wait, I've never seen this. You can walk onto the... You can walk onto the wall here? That's nuts. I have never seen this. That is a weird feature. Holy moly. I think I'm kind of into Bob, honestly. Good interior design. He's got good taste in hats. I think I'm gonna have to put Bob in... Probably in the B tier, I would say. Alright, so we are on our way to Tau in Eastern Falador. Once again, the agility course goes right on her roof. Got the barrel. Allah. She does not have a bed again. This is a reoccurring thing. She does not have a bed, so I guess she sleeps on this rug. She does not have anywhere to store a bed, unless it would be in here, but we could see inside of it, and there's nothing in there. I am not feeling this one. I'm gonna have to put her in the F tier. And while we're at it, I think it just does not sit right with me that Norman is in the same tier, so... Next up is Ross, who... Oh, he also has a pregnant wife. I can't get in here. They live right next to the church, right next to the forge, but unfortunately I can't even make it in there. And once again, he is already taken, so I think this is another gimme. And that's too bad, because I really quite like his hat and his excellent dad bod. Yeah, look at that thing. Holy! He is eating good. What a shame. Here we have Sarah, who lives in this small room. She looks very humble. Humble bed. Nice range, I will say. Nice cooking range there. Nice and clean floor. She lives in a very rough neighborhood. She has a thief living here, a mugger down the street, spiders crawling around. Overall, not a great place to live, which maybe I can't fault her for, but I will. I will put her in C tier because of that. Next person lives right next to my house, actually, so if I were to marry her, it would be very convenient for me. Uh-oh. So this is Barbara living in south of Hosidius. She appears to be taken. What can I say about this? She probably owns a lot of land. They do share a bed, which is kind of strange. I'm gonna say that's a bit weird. So I feel like they are about to break up. Now, that might be because I'm in denial. She just has like a unspoken trad wife energy. And I think she might be the most beautiful woman I've ever met in my whole life. I will put this strong woman in S tier. So there you have it, guys. I asked Barbara out, but she was adamant for some reason that she already was taken. I don't know what that was about, but I guess I will just have to find that special someone in the next video. Thanks for watching.